Thursday night Knicks, and the Knicks are absolutely terrible. This was supposed to be the lighter part of the schedule. This was supposed to be the games at home that get you back on track. It was supposed to be a stretch where we feel good about ourselves, rip off some wins. It just wasn't meant to be, man. 102-91, and it wasn't even that close. JD, you had asked, was this a must-win game? Or which one of these were must-win games? I said, well, it's a Charlotte one because, we got to think about tiebreakers and it's the East and whatnot, but couldn't win that game. So then, the next one became a must-win. Couldn't win that one. So, tonight was a must-win. And we didn't even show up. My guy Mitch did. Blocknest showed up. RJ had his moments. You want to talk about the combined 15 points from Kemba, Julius, and Evan Fournier. You want to talk about, despite going to the line 36 times, going 66% from the charity stripe, once again, you can't hit your free throws. Do we want to talk about turning the ball over, and not just turning the ball over, but allowing this team to score points off of turnovers? 19 points off of 15 turnovers. You want to talk about the offense? 23% from three. No rhythm, no ball movement. I mean, absolutely abysmal. But you're 11th in the East. You're almost six games behind the sixth place Cavs. You think you're going to catch them? So this Knicks team right now is in no man's land, bro. It starts at the top. And at the top, if you want to look at the coach, we can look at the coach. But I'm looking at the best player too, man. I didn't want to believe that it was no fans in the seats that made this guy turn into an all-star last year. But clearly, that had a major impact on this guy's performance. Because right now, I don't even know who this guy is. That's wearing number 30 on the team, and that's supposed to be leading the team.
Tonight might actually be the worst loss of the season, just because at the point of the season that it came tonight after you lost 2 at home, right before the trade deadline, second half of the season. So this was important. They needed to have this game, and the total opposite happened. Not only did they lose, as you mentioned, they were a no-show. And so, when I look at it, I'm looking at first the front office. We can go in order here, right? It starts at the top. To me, the front office, in terms of, it's obvious this roster is discombobulated. And I think that's the word, because there's just not a great mix. There's not just a good mix of players that are complementing each other's skill sets. So it's obvious at this point the Knicks need a point guard, because they refuse to run the offense through RJ. So if you're not going to run the offense through RJ, when he shows you that he can have the ability to play make, not be a point guard, but at least your best option currently until you get that point guard, then this front office, which has a few weeks, is going to be interesting. If this type of game tonight, this type of homestand, does Leon look now at this situation? This could snowball fast, CP, because the schedule does not get any easier.
Not at all.
Then from there, we're going to the head coach. I told you backstage, and listen, I know that there's fans that are tough on him. So I'm not saying that, that I want changes or anything, but we are evaluating performance. Nobody survives seasons when you're losing to the worst teams in the NBA or in sports or in the NFL or in baseball, whatever sport, right? Like when you're blown out by bad teams, no matter the circumstances, the coach is the first one in line. This team was not ready to play tonight. And to me, there's just no excuse for that. And lastly, Julius Randle. I mean, listen, I think it's in line with Tibbs. This guy is not responding to your demands. He's not responding to the responsibilities of the season. He's not responding to his role. So if you see that he's not responding, it's going to be interesting to see if they make changes coming up in terms of the way they run the offense. because it's obvious that is right now, this is too much to handle for Julius Randle.
Oh my God, man. I don't know, dude. Listen, I'm feeling mixed feelings because ultimately I think this is a good thing that's happening right now. Because at the end of the day, as long as this front office knows that we can't compete right now, which we obviously, I'm just shocked that it takes people 40 games to realize we can't compete. But, as long as the front office knows that we can't compete, at least they won't make a stupid sell the farm move to bring in an all-star. Yeah. So I'm okay with taking all these L's right now, just so the front office doesn't do a disastrous move and mortgage our future to make a win-now move. It would be a lot worse if we were on a winning streak right now, and then they just traded, quickly Obi, Grimes, like 4 first-round picks for some superstar just to get knocked out in the first or second round. So ultimately, I think it is a good thing in the broad spectrum of things. But here's what I want to talk about, dude. First of all, not everyone on the Knicks had a minus tonight. Obi was a plus 15. Grimes was a plus 10. Quickly was a plus 15. But you know who had the lowest plus minus on the team? Randle. You know who had the second lowest plus minus on the team? Fournier. All right. Listen, at the end of the day, man,
this is crazy. Like, dude, losing to the Pels is unacceptable. It's like a kid failing kindergarten. Like, this is ridiculous. Yeah. One of the biggest issues that I have with this entire process is we need a point. Yes, we need a point guard badly. Mm-hmm. But we need leadership, too. You got people like Tibbs. This guy is making decisions. All of his decisions feel like they're wrong. We got IQ running the point. We got him thinking JR is a superstar. We got him playing Taj 20 minutes. He's not playing the youth, even when he's getting blown out by 20-plus points. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand the decisions that he's making. I mean, every single time that we go down, every single time that we are losing, we keep players in 20, 30, additional minutes. Like, why are we not making adjustments? I don't understand why Tibbs is approaching this. And people are like try to kill like people like Obi. Like, you call him for Obi, when he gets in, he ain't gonna do anything. Well, Obi will always be trash without a point guard. He is Amari Stoudemire. If Amari Stoudemire was sitting at the 3-point line, just waiting for threes, he would never. He wouldn't be the player he was. So we got to understand, something has to adjust on the leadership side. You got Randle moping every time something happens. He barely runs up the court. He walks. He's like lollygagging. Like, where's the energy? Where's the heart? Where's like the New York grit? And he's wondering why people are booing him.
It just doesn't seem like anybody on the team right now could even get through to Julius, on the court from a leadership standpoint. I mean, Kemba's a well-respected guy around the league, well-respected locker room figure. I'm sure Fournier has a good reputation as well, but just doesn't seem like anybody could even, talk to Julius at this point. So I don't know where that's going to come from. I think you need a legit superstar on this team, that can really get this team in order.